Rebecca, just if I ask you something that you don't want to answer or you feel uncomfortable, you know me, so just shout, okay, and we can stop.
Yeah.
It's totally fine, okay? It's quite weird for me because for some strange reason, I feel like I knew Lee, even though I'd never met him, never heard of him before what happened, but I feel like quite a lot of people think that because of the way his death was so public.
I think that was one of the things that they said at the funeral was, everybody knew where they were when Diana died. Everybody knew where they were when the Twin Towers were struck, and everybody knew where they were when Lee were killed.
Yeah. When Lee was killed in Afghan, I remember thinking or feeling like he was on every newspaper and on the news, on the telly, and all over social media, and it just felt like everyone was talking about him, and I felt like it was really hard to shield Kai from that side of things. And I can't imagine what the media attention you guys must have been so intense when your Lee was killed. I mean, they must have hounded you?
We were, but I've got to say, the police and the army that were assigned to us, they were fantastic at fending anyone off, and even to the point of I moved into my mum's when it all happened, and they stationed officers outside the house to keep press away, and I think within the first few days first day at least of Lee's name being released, they shut off my mum's street and wouldn't let anyone on the street unless they lived on there, and then it got to the point where they just put somebody at front and back at house, and then it just went to a car outside the front of the house. And if anyone tried to come, they'd fight them off for us. So it was good in that way, and I think that's one of the reasons that I've never gone to the press, because I think once you open that door, you can't shut it again.
Yeah.
And I don't want to open myself and jack up to that. He's 9, he's coming up to 10 this year, needs to have a normal childhood.
Yeah.
Be able to do things that other children do. So yeah, it's in some ways it's a bit of a blur with what happened, but then other things really stand out. It's really strange how the mind works.
Yeah, big time. And how it catches you out as well.
Yeah. Well, walking through town and you get a whiff of aftershave that just, it's here.
Yeah.
Or a song, or yeah.
I mean, how do you think Jack's been affected by Lee's death? Because how old was Jack again?
I was 2.5 when Lee were killed.
So some people will say, and I've heard this loads, he was only 2.5. So
yeah, we wouldn't know what were happening. And people say that to me, like, it can't have bothered him, surely. We're only 2.5, he wouldn't have understood, he wouldn't have known. But he did. Although he probably didn't know what, he knew that there was something. He regressed when it all happened, and he went back to the bottle. He wouldn't eat solid foods. He just refused everything. And he started grunting instead of talking every time you spoke to him. And that's all you get out of him. He really did go backwards, and it really did affect him. And the only time I used to hear him really speaking, where he had this mobile, and it were an old phone, and he used to go and sit and speak to his dad, and he'd sit and have a conversation.
It is so hard. It's so hard to try and help them to understand what's happened. I remember sitting Kai down, trying to explain it to him. It's just heartbreaking. It is so sad, so hard.
I mean, you can't tell them at such a young age exactly what went on.
No.
So it's just been adding that piece every time he's asked, and I'll tell him a little bit more. He's got to the point now though where he has tried looking at things, and I've had to sit him down and say, listen, there are things out there that, you know, if you put your dad's name in Google, things are going to come up. If you put your name in Google, things are going to come up, that you shouldn't really be seeing. If you want to know anything, you can ask men. I've always been open and honest with him about what happened.
That's the best way to be though, Rebecca. Like, just, you know, if as Jack grows up and if he Googles more information, at least he, you know, he's got that open and honest relationship with you, so he can come to you. I've always said that to mine as well, that like, if you want to know something about Daddy or how he died, then you can always come and ask me.
Yeah.
Do you think this outbreak has brought back some stuff for Jack, like brought back some of his anxieties and the thought of losing you?
Yeah,
memories.
He has been struggling. The children like Jack and all the other Scottish kids, losing a parent is real.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been through it. They're still going through it.
They know what it's like for somebody else, for another child who's never experienced that kind of loss. Probably wouldn't even think about it at the moment. It wouldn't necessarily enter their head, but children like Jack who have suffered that loss, it's very real for them, and that possibility is real.
Yeah, and obviously it's coming up to Lee's anniversary as well, so that must be playing on your mind and being, that's tough as well.
I can talk about Lee usually and I'm okay. I do have moments where it does catch me off guard, but I think at the moment it's more difficult because we are approaching the anniversary, and because of the situation that it is, and because of the struggle that Jack's having at the moment, it's not easy. It's not easy for anyone. But I think this year I'm finding it difficult because I want to go to the cemetery.
Yeah.
And I can't walk to the cemetery. We don't live in walking distance. So since lockdown, we've not been able to go. And that's one thing Jack keeps saying as well, because he calls the cemetery Daddy's Flowers. That's because when he was younger, he didn't understand what a cemetery was. And I didn't want to tell him until he was able to understand and accept without being frightened. It's
sad though, isn't it, Rebecca, that our kids know, like from a young age, they know what a cemetery is, what a grave is. I think it's so sad.
I can remember having to tell him what the grave, because he asked me what had happened with Daddy's body, because when he died I explained that Daddy's body was broken, and that because of that obviously he couldn't come back, and he was like, what happened to Daddy's body? And I mean, this was a bit later on. At first he was quite happy to accept that Daddy's body was broken, which meant he would die, that he weren't coming home. But as he got a bit older, what happened to it? And I remember thinking, how am I supposed to tell you without frightening you?
Yeah.
That's a big thing to tell such a young child.
It is, it really is. And it's tough on the parent as well to have to tell your child that. So, you know, it's so hard. And the anniversary for me, I'm sure for many people that have lost someone, is probably my worst time of the year, and I find it really painful. That's why I think I was so touched when you said that you were going to do some fundraising to mark Lee's anniversary and raise some money for Scotty's. I thought that was just amazing. I
thought with it coming up to the anniversary, I thought, what can we do that can maybe mean that people can pay their respects to Lee, but means that Scotty's can benefit as well. So I thought, what way can we do this? How can we do it where somebody can pay their respects and just donate a couple of quid, which wouldn't break the bank, but it could really help, one of the kids from Scotty's. The easiest way, buy Lee a pint. You know, if he walked into the pub, there'd be plenty of people that would offer to buy him a pint for his birthday, or you know, just to see him. So why not pay your respects, donate a couple of quid, buy Lee a pint. Scotty's means a lot to hundreds of children. It's not just one or two. And I mean, it does mean a lot to Jack. He has named his dog after Scotty's. If everybody who'd heard of Lee donated £1, then we'd make a good amount for Scotty's, and it'd be fantastic to, you know, to just show Jack that so much had been raised in his dad's name.